Well, hello there, YouTube. This is my first video that's not an animation or some more animation, I don't know. It's my first video in here where I record myself talking about something, and as you might see, this will be a sketchbook tour. Because I've seen some people recording this kind of videos, like they're in YouTube, and I felt that myself, I would like to do something like this. So, a sketchbook is a place where artists put their most darkest secrets and most awkward drawings as possible in there. I've done that a lot in older sketchbooks. But in this one, I'll be showing that sketchbook that I've worked myself for like almost a year. As you may see, I begin it in July. There's no secret, and I've drawn that cover myself too. It's not that beautiful, but it's one of the prettiest sketchbooks that I have kept in here. So, I may skip some drawings because I don't feel really safe myself to show everything in here. I think the first page is the one that I'll have to skip it, but yeah, probably. I really like Over the Garden Wall, and I've made one Over the Garden Wall art myself. Not that good because the pens I use for this are not actually the best. But I've tried to do something. Enoch from the show. Most of my arts were done during class, so I didn't have a reference. I'll skip the first page for some personal reasons, and yeah. These here are... sorry for the poor lighting. It's because, well, yeah, I don't have much experience on recording, so... These here are characters from my RPG, my D&D table, that it's been around for like almost 2 years. This guy is pretty old and he jumped in the enemy with his sword, and this guy is like this guy but younger. He's a paladin. Pretty cool. Next page, we do have some OCs that I love to do. Yeah, OCs are one of my passions. Edmund Hall, that I've never seen him again or never drew again. And Sita, a fellow Victorian woman. And here is Edmund Hall again. And a dwarf, I suppose. A dwarf from Lord of the Rings or something. And stone. Well, pretty much. Oh, in the other side there are more Over the Garden Wall art. We're in October, so I probably drew this in the times of our fall beginning. I don't know, July here in the southern hemisphere. It's just not fall, it's winter, so I don't know. Maybe the winter vibes gave me the inspiration to draw them. But I really like Over the Garden Wall too these days, so... And here is a little train. Looks like a toy train. And turning around here, there is my main OCs. But I've been drawing a comic about them. The last animatics I've posted were about them and the RPG characters, but mainly them. Meet them right now in this video. Erond, Ariel, Browser, Lar, Henry, and I didn't thought of quite a name for this guy yet, so I didn't like making pencil as much, but I tried on these initial pages. Here are some hand training, and this guy again, I forgot his name, Edmund Hall, I suppose. One detail that I forgot to mention is that I draw a lot, and most of my drawings doesn't look like that detailed or worked on, so yeah, they look like little sketches. And that's when I began to use more the pen, the average writing pen, instead of a pencil, so here they are. More poses, simple poses and really small drawings of my OCs. And here's the greeny guy that I didn't decide the name for it yet. Turning around, there's Erond again. I really like his design. And I've got main inspirations from the Owl House, as you can see. He looks really like Hootie. But let's ignore that. So here are more OCs and the death itself here. Oh wow. Little creatures. Some kind of Kakuna Pokemon thing. And a skinny lizard dragon. Turning around. Oh, these are the gods from my D&D world that I was sketching. As you can see, this guy looks really, really huge. It was making the... As you can see here, the size comparison on each god. Yeah, here it is again. So there's a size comparison for each god. And it was cool to draw them. Well, in this page, I tried sticking some post-it slices on the sketchbook and writing above it. So here it is. Probably some text that I was struggling at the time about weird things on my head. Probably most sketchbooks have some deep thoughts on it. And there was another post-it gluing on page thing. I don't remember. I really don't remember drawing these, and I'm kind of scared of that. Oath of thy night, by thy warm browns of thy sun, or thy milk light, thy peaceful moon has to offer me, I will always stand in the name of mine arm acquaintance, and thy ones who giveth me life to stand in thy name of Thor. Here's a stayed gone. Probably should have stayed away. The Has-Been Hotel reference and Alistair, but really, like imagine the initial stages of Has-Been Hotel and they have made a design of Alistair that might look like this. More and so on. Here are some plant guy, Cantarum. Drew this in a rainy August day and I really liked it. Can't stop thinking about a specific person. Yeah. Prime Minister of the Depths. Pterodophic hybrid race. I like this concept. Yeah, the thing I was doing at the time was mixing plants with OCs and making up characters. I really like drawing like these screens with a lot of characters scattered somewhere, any place, doing random expressions and being themselves. It's really cool. Look at this little guy. Let's see. Oh, that person is struggling there. There's the eye guy. I think I wrote every name in there. And here's the dog with some sword. I don't know what this guy is. Looks like a cyclop dog. Here are some characters, more OCs. Actually, these OCs they do have some kind of lore, but I won't tell you here, or actually this video would be too huge to upload. I really wanted to talk about them. It's from the same comic I told about earlier. The one I talked about, the owl guy, the guy with the Ushanka, the guy that looked like Simon. Keeping on. Here they are again. The same guys from the last screen, but they are colored with one monochrome color. I think that I try to make them full body here. And oh, more OCs, Royal and Royalty. I've never used these guys again, so they're just here. Here are more little designs of the characters from my comics. Here's Rouser again with some kind of shorts and boots and a little shirt and hair rail. Here's the pumpkin guy, random pumpkin guy making up his hands like, oh, what? I didn't actually say that, or something. Oh, I like to do that a lot of times. To write down music lyrics and do some little faces and characters around it, like it was some epic thing. It's like an animatic, but in one screen, as you can tell. Yeah, I really like design. I really like this design. It looks like one of those Dark Souls bosses. The ones from Dark Souls 3, like the beginning of the game, if you guys played. There it is. One of the bosses of my RPG, actually. And here it is, dirt. Well, yeah, totally not word. Oh, and here I did more colors of more little characters. The one time I was really obsessed with birds. I still kind of do nowadays, but not as much as these days. And I actually made these characters into my comic story. Look at these guys. The colors here are so cool. I liked it. For me, that I don't do really good with colors, these colors especially look kind of better than the other drawings that I have in here. Look at these eyes. They're too separated from each other and I'm scared of this. Well, around here, the yellow guy looks kind of good. I know he looks better than this. In this one, I was trying to use some kind of sticker things to write Monster Mash. Oh, it's coming off? No, it's not coming off. Anyways, it was October, Halloween begun, like this year. Actually, thinking about it, this was exactly 1 year ago. That's cool to see. Here's the skeleton dancing, like the over the garden wall thingy. And here it is, the Inktober attempt, because every year I try to follow Inktober, but I never actually get into, because I forget about it in like 3 days after. As you can see here, Day 2, Discover. A little exploring guys from the 1920s, I suppose. Day 3, Boots. Cats and frogs inside a boot. Oh, this cat is really small, or this boot is really huge. Day 4, Exotic. Some kind of bird, lizard. Day 6 and Day 5, Binoculars and Track. Day 7, Passport, and Day 8, Pike. There's more? No, it ended on the Day 9, so I didn't quite continue with it. Here are another characters from a story I was writing back then. I still do sometimes work on it, but not as much as I did before. Probably because of time and because of my organization, and yeah. Pretty much every project you make in life you'll deal with this. Like having a schedule, having enough energy to keep live on the project. And not only in arts, but in every field of your work. Here they are. This story in general, it has a very inspiration and over the garden wall. So, as you can see here, the pumpkin people, and this guy with the glowing eyes that really looks like the Beast, but with a pumpkin head, or a ghostly head. So, yeah. And here's a... oh, focus, yeah. Here are more kings from my D&D world. I really like the colors in here. It looks like some kind of Portuguese kings, because only because of the colors. These are supposed to be like brothers that hate each other. They just hate each other and dispute for power in the same castle. In here there are some knights. I didn't use much color in this one, but I like the shading. In these days I was trying to train more my use of value in art, not only digitally but in paper too, like the difference in each part of the character with the colors and the brightness of the colors. And here they are, Instrument Men, Heavy Knight, and the Lightfoot Knight. They look really cool. And here's a little coat of arms of the kingdom. Oh, here are more of them. Look at this. Ranger, little supplier, and medic. Oh, here are more characters from my comic. Not more characters, but the same characters drawn over and over again. Probably you'll see that a lot more in my other sketchbooks. But here they are. I love them. Lauren Browser. Here are them with winter clothing. I suppose because it was winter at the time and I felt like drawing winter clothing. And oh my god, I remember drawing this with a friend of mine, where we got that little app, the Wanna Draw, I suppose. That's how you call it. And we got two themes to mix and put it in one drawn, like one little art. And the first one we did, as you can see, is Dracula in a slumber party. The second one is Abraham Lincoln as one of the mean girls. And here it is, a little bit dramatic. Shirt, and hairy legs on a dress. Background drawing. A little barn with birds and trees, and a little frog in there. Okay, this one, I tried really hard on this one, and I really like the final result. Till these days, I cannot do something like this. Like, this perspective here is just wonderful. The tree in there, the towers, floating islands. I would live in a place like that. This one, scriptorium, medieval setting. I tried to scribble some kind of scriptorium, as the title says, and I really like the result, so yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. I didn't really want to show it entirely, because this is like my first attempt on recording a video like this, because, well, all my other videos are animations, and I've never shown my voice or my face in YouTube, so this is actually a new attempt of doing something new. A new attempt of doing something new, oh my god. Yeah, but that's it. This is my sketchbook from July of 2024. My art nowadays looks kind of different, but not much different from what you've seen in here. I wanted to make this video because revisiting those old things are really good and really relieving somehow. I like to see my evolution through these pages, to think about the time and the moment where I was drawing, like what actually was I thinking when I was drawing that? I could recognize on each page that I turned in here. So that was one of the details that I liked on, and that's why I wanted to make a video like this. And it's cool to show my art to somebody in the internet, or somebody that will watch this video in the internet. Well, I hope you liked the video. If you want more, I can do more videos on older sketchbooks, like I have ones from 2019, 2021, and 2022, and yeah, therefore. So, if you want more, I'll know probably, or I'll make another video like this someday. Well, goodbye. Goodbye.